And that's equal to, factor the 4 from both of those, cx minus a squared. So we'll go ahead and square both sides again. Opposite of a times opposite of a is a squared. And then we get rid of the square root. So cx times cx is c squared x squared. We have minus a squared cx minus another a squared cx, so minus 2a squared cx, and plus, of course, e to the 4th down in the end there. Okay, we can do a little bit more distributing. So I'm going to hang on to this a squared for a moment. Do x squared minus 2cx plus c squared plus y squared. It's worth c squared x squared minus 2a squared cx plus a to the 4th. And go ahead and distribute. So we have a squared x squared minus 2a squared cx plus a squared c squared plus a squared y squared. It's worth c squared x squared minus 2a squared cx plus a to the 4th. We should see some more canceling here, so I see a minus 2a squared cx and a minus 2a squared cx. Goodbye to those. Okay, so let's move. Let's just write down what we have left. A squared x squared plus a squared c squared plus a squared y squared is equal to c squared x squared plus a to the 4th. And I'm going to move my c squared x squared so we'll have a squared x squared minus c squared x squared on one side. So that means on the other side we'll have a to the 4th minus a squared c squared minus a squared y squared. So I can factor an x squared from these guys. And let's see, so we'll keep just we'll move the y's over here. So we'll move this guy over here. So x squared by a squared minus c squared plus a squared y squared is worth a squared by a squared minus c squared. And we're going to let b squared equal a squared minus c squared. So we have b squared x squared plus a squared y squared is equal to a squared b squared by the substitution. If I divide both sides by a squared b squared, I have x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. That's if I'm centered on the origin. If I don't want to be centered on the origin, then I go ahead and use the center HK. All right. So we'll take a look at an example for that next.